If you caught our last video, you saw our journey from Alicante airport to Benidorm and got a sneak peek at our hotel, the Med Playa Rio Park. Well, today the adventure continues. We're exploring two of the most iconic and picturesque spots in Benidorm. The stunning Mirador de Benidorm with its panoramic views and the charming Plaza del Castel, a historic plaza that sits right where the old town meets the sea. So grab your sunglasses, hit that like button, and let's go discover the real beauty of Benidorm beyond the beach towels and sunbeds. Hola chicos! Today is the 9th of June, around 12 o'clock, and guess where I am? I'm here in Benidorm and I came to see the Mirador Benidorm beach. So if you wanna know how this looks like, just have a glance behind my back. We had to take a taxi, which was really cheap, from Benidorm town till here. Now I'm gonna turn my camera so you can see the amazing view. We came from that way, and then here is the amazing view. Unbelievable. Can you guys believe this? Is Spain, really. And later on I'll show you the cross. Okay, let's get moving. The same view from a different angle. And then we have to climb up, take this hill and go to the cross. But let's see it one more time before we go, because it's the most beautiful view I've ever seen. Hello again from high above Benidorm. Today we're starting things off with a breathtaking view. This is the Mirador de Benidorm, one of the most dramatic natural lookouts near the famous La Cruz de Benidorm, which of course will be explored after sinking in all this beauty. From up here, you can see the city stretched out beneath us, the endless blue of the Mediterranean and the rugged beauty of the Sierra Helada Natural Park. It might not be your typical tourist spot, but it's absolutely worth the walk, especially in the morning before the heat kicks in. If you're into hiking, you'll love this area. The cliffs here are wild and untouched, and the contrast between nature and the built-up city skyline is really something special. Standing here looking out from a Benidorm view, it's hard not to feel something. There is a real sense of perspective that hits you, the way the mountains meet the sea, the city rising up between them, and that endless horizon. It's the kind of place that makes you pause. You can hear the wind, the distant sound of the waves, and for a moment it's just you and the view. People often call Benidorm the Dubai of Spain, and when you see all those high rises from up here, it's easy to see why. But what makes Benidorm special isn't just the skyline, it's the contrast. You've got these modern towers set against raw, untouched nature. It's urban energy wrapped in Mediterranean beauty. You can hike in silence in the morning and be dancing by the beach at night. Not many places give you that kind of balance, and honestly, it's what keeps people coming back. And we found this bench where you can take nice shots. With the view, you can see the sea and the buildings here. It's like a mini Dubai. Lovely. And here it is, La Cruz de Benidorm. Originally placed here in 1961 by Catholic missionaries who wanted to reclaim the city during a time of rapid tourist development. What started as a religious symbol has now become a peaceful lookout and a must visit for anyone coming to Benidorm. The cross was eventually erected at a height of around 200 meters above the sea level. It stands at a commanding position on the Sierra Helada ridge, making it visible from many points around the city. The initial concrete cross was built with the assistance of local workers, and the ceremony for its inauguration was attended by the religious community, local authorities, and townspeople.
We found the cross. There's a person. I think they're praying. Maybe I should pray as well. For some good luck. Here we are. The Mirador de la Cruz de Benidorm is located in the Sierra Gelada at the foot of the cross located there, which is a tourist attraction for its impressive views of Benidorm and its skyline. On clear days you can see Alicante and Santa Pola, and for its natural surroundings. Amazing, indeed.
The cross was said to be a symbol of divine protection over the growing town, particularly in the face of potential natural disasters or the perceived dangers of the uncontrolled developments happening in the area. So the Cruz de Benidorm came to symbolize much more than faith. It's about preserving a sense of identity in a town that was changing dramatically. From its religious roots to its cultural and modern-day significance, it continues to stand as a landmark where the old meets the new in Benidorm. Standing here at La Cruz de Benidorm, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe. You're high up, surrounded by the beauty of nature, and you get this incredible view of the city, the beaches, and the endless horizon. But what really strikes me is the symbolism behind this cross. It's not just a piece of history, it's a symbol of protection, faith, and change. Built in 1961, this cross marked the beginning of Benidorm's transformation into the modern, bustling city we see today. And yet, there is something about the peaceful of this place that makes you pause and think, how many people have stood here over the years, taking a moment to reflect or find some clarity. Maybe that's why this cross means so much. It's a spot where both locals and tourists alike can connect with the essence of Benidorm. What do you think? Is there something about places like this that brings us closer to the places we visit and maybe even to ourselves? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what this place makes you feel. On the way back to the city, we have spotted this car hanging like that. We hope nobody has been accidented and everyone was safe after this impact. O ține de decorațiune. Bine, probabil o As we made our way back on foot down toward the city, we couldn't help but stop a few more times. There is just something about Benidorm's landscape that makes you want to take a picture at every turn. So we took a few extra moments to soak it all in and capture just how stunning this city really is from every angle. In Benidorm, in one of their streets, you can see their buildings. Most of them are hotels. Rivera there. And then everywhere you go, you will see pubs and a lot of Brits having beer from morning till evening.
and they hire these buggies, these scooters. Yeah. It's me again. We're walking back to the hotel after we've seen the Mirador beach Benidorm, where we've seen the cross as well. We have like 15 minutes walk till we reach the hotel. Then we will shower, grab a bite, have some drinks, and around 5 we're leaving again. We will go to see the castle that we've been in the first evening when we arrived in Benidorm. We will want to catch it during the day so we can take nice videos and pictures. Yes, yippee! Otherwise the weather is beautiful. It's really hot. We added some sunscreen lotion. Nu e aglomerat la ora asta, dar cred că ziua e foarte aglomerat.
After a quick shower, a bite to eat, and a fresh change of clothes, we're ready to dive into more of Benidorm's rich history. And this time we're heading straight for Placa del Castel, the heart of the old town and the site of what was once Benidorm's medieval castle. As we explore, let's take a moment to look at some of the fascinating history that gives this plaza its charm. Placa del Castel is a beautiful square, but it's also a living museum of Benidorm's past. The castle here was built in the 14th century, originally as a fortress to defend the town from pirate attacks. Back then, Benidorm was just a small fishing village, and the idea of a fortified castle made perfect sense given the dangers of the Mediterranean. In fact, Benidorm was frequently targeted by pirates who would raid the towns along the coast. The castle provided much-needed protection, though the fortress itself was quite small by today's standards. But here is something interesting. The castle itself was eventually abandoned in the 18th century, and over time, the remains of the structure were eroded and rebuilt into the square we see today. The original walls are long gone, but the spot where the castle once stood continues to be a major historical and cultural landmark. If you look closely, you can still spot some remnants of the old walls and those Moorish-style tiles on the ground that are now part of the square. They are a beautiful reminder of Benidorm's rich, layered history where the old and the new coexist. And here is something you might not know. While the castle remains are in the plaza, the real treasure is the view. It's the best spots to look out over both Levante Beach and Poniente Beach, with panoramic vistas of Benidorm's skyline. It's almost as if the town has grown up around its roots, blending history and modernity in a way that only Benidorm can. As we walk around here, you really get a sense of how Benidorm's past has shaped its future. The city growth and development don't overshadow the history, they add to it. And there is something special about being in a place that balances both, don't you think? I always find it fascinating how old towns like this manage to retain their character, even with all the changes happening around them. And Benidorm is a perfect example of that, where the past and present meet seamlessly.
știu dacă am.
Now that we've soaked in the history at Placa del Castel, we're going to make our way back to Levante Beach, but not without a little detour through some of Benidorm's most colorful streets. As we walk, you'll see the city in full swing. Local shops, street vendors and little cafes where you can stop for a coffee or even pick up some souvenirs to take home. It's always fun to wander through the narrow pedestrian streets in the old town. It's where you can really feel the pulse of Benidorm. I love how these streets really give you a taste of Benidorm's local life. From quirky shops with handmade crafts to the restaurants serving fresh seafood. It's a beautiful mix of modernity and tradition, and every turn has something new to offer. Whether you're here to shop, eat or just explore, you'll find so much to see just by strolling through these streets. And speaking of which, what's your favorite part of Benidorm so far? Do you like the old town vibe? Or do you prefer the energy of the beaches? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Take care and until next time, see you!